Welcome back. In the last video, you learned what Excel is and how the grid works. Now we are going to look at the rest of the Excel screen, the interface, so you know where everything is. This video is part of my beginner Excel series. So if you're new, start from the first video and then come back here. Now we're going to be starting from workbook. Now, when you open Excel, you're working inside something called a workbook. A workbook is the whole Excel file, just like a notebook. Let's take, for instance, when I open this, I am yet to save this. It's already giving me the default name, book 2, which means where I am is a workbook. For instance, in schools, we have notebook. So consider our workbook as a notebook leading somewhere. Now let's move to the next one, the worksheet or worksheets. Now in our entire workbook, we have different sheets. Sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5. We can keep adding as more sheets as we want. It depends on what we're working on. Just like our notebook, which I say consider it as a workbook. When you flip through it, you have pages in your notebook, remember? Just like Excel, in our workbook, this is just one workbook that has different sheets. Now we are done with the workbook and the worksheets. Now let's move to the ribbon. Now ribbon is at the top of Excel. You see tabs like home, insert, draw, page layout, formulas, data, review, view, automate, help. This area is called the ribbon. This is where all Excel tools live. Now we're done with the ribbon. Now let's move to the formula bar. Now the formula bar is this long white cell. Remember the last video I talked about cell, small boxes. These are cell. Our formula bar is a long cell. And then whatever we type in this small cell here automatically replicates in the formula bar. Whatever we do in these small cells happen in our formula bar. Now we move to quick access toolbar. Now our quick access toolbar, these are small buttons here, like the save, like the undo, and the redo. For example, you type Drew here, and I do Shola here. And I'm like, oh, I don't need Shola, I delete it. And somebody like, oh, Uju, we really need Shola to be here. Instead of retyping, I can just come here and then, I can undo my previous action. And then someone still say, Uju, oh, I just confirmed that Shola doesn't need to be there. And I can come here and I can redo and to still take it up. It's just like Ctrl Z in our Microsoft Word as well. So this quick access toolbar, they help us work very fast. Note that we can also still save our file. This is just like a shortcut. We can still come to file and save our file, right? So let's move to where we can save, where our Excel file is saved. Now, just like our regular Microsoft Word, that when we save a file, it goes to our computer, either desktop, either documents or download. The same thing also with Excel. So we can come to file, we can come to save as, give it a file name. Is it desktop, document, you want to create a new folder? You can move around your document however you feel like, or for the purpose of whatever you're working on. And then this is where the real work happens, right? This big grid here in the middle of our Excel, this is where the real work happens. This is where you type your name, you type names, data as a whole, you type numbers, dates, everything. And you see all the menus here, the buttons and tools here, they are here to support, what happens right here. You see, no formula, no stress. Now you understand how Excel is organized. In the next video, I will show you how to enter data properly in Excel. You don't want to miss it. Now, if you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share to whoever needs to watch this. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bye.